リミットブレイク。
Hey guys, this is TeamLimitBreak, and we are doing a video on Domino Paris 21's channel. So first off, we'd like to thank him for the opportunity to do this for you guys. As you know, we kind of went missing for a couple months, and finally back. We just had some stuff going on, right, Corey?
Yep.
So we're going to first tell you guys a little bit about what we're about, and then we're going to go into a topic that we chose for this video. So first off, we're going to answer a few questions. One of the first questions was, how long have we been playing this game?
Since,
Almost 3 years now.
yeah, since I think it was when Set 6 just hit America, so...
No, it was before that. It was Set 2 was out. It was Set 2 was out.
Yeah, it was a week before Set 6 hit.
Was it a week?
Yeah, because...
I don't remember that far back.
I remember because you bought Set 2, then when you went to the
that was like the most boss box we've ever pulled.
Soul Saber,
and a blazing flare out of that. That was amazing.
Yeah, and then a week later, you said there's a new set out, but it's Set 6, and it confused the heck out of us.
Yeah, we were just like, what the hell happened?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we've been playing for roughly 2.5 years, almost 3. So, close to the dawn of the game, I would say. So, I know we had a hell of a time finding Set 1.
Yeah. Yeah, we sold most of our Yu-Gi-Oh stuff for that.
Yeah,
still.
that was the death of us playing Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah.
So, why do we love Cardfight Vanguard? Like, what? Do you remember what it was that actually drew us to the game? I know it was the artwork in the beginning.
It was the artwork.
The artwork.
And it was something new. Like, no other game really had what they had.
I remember we were looking at the cards and we were just like, oh my god, how the fuck are we gonna play this? Because like we had all the little symbols and stuff, and we were just so confused by it.
I was doing soul charging almost for a while.
I know we were looking at we looked at the cards. We were on our way to the Yu-Gi-Oh regional, and we were looking at the cards.
No, it was YCS Philly.
Yeah,
we
Philly,
stopped in to get sleeves, and I saw the trial decks, Kagro and Royal Paladin. And you wanted the Dragon one, I wanted Royal Paladins. And we were like, well, what the heck? We might as well. Like, we bought them, we're not expecting to use them at all, and then after YCS Philly ended horribly.
And then we ended up liking the opposite of the other one. Like, I ended up liking Royals more than I did Kagero.
And I played, so. I played Royals for a bit, then you played Kagero, and then we switched, and then started, and then we kind of just, well, you still played Royals, but I kind of ditched Kagero for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
now we're going to be playing it again.
What are our favorite decks?
Well, I obviously like Tachikage. That's what got me to top 16 at Nationals. No one expected that. They were like, "Oh, it's just Tachikage, easy win." I ended up crushing them.
So I know my favorite clan is Shadow Paladin. I remember when Set 4 was first announced, I was just all over the place about that. I absolutely loved playing PBO.
Yeah, that's why I like Blau Cougar. I'm going to be playing that when it comes out next week.
So, and then, I know I like the Link Joker mechanic.
Yeah.
And I know you liked,
I like Kagero. My top 4 clans are Spark Brothers, Tachikage, Nova Grappler, and Kagero.
Most of them were aggro pushing clans, so.
Yeah.
Me, I like Shadow Paladins, Link Joker, Pale Moon.
Yeah,
Royals.
Yeah.
I think I'm missing one.
Aquaforce.
Eh.
Well, you like Aquaforce at first.
And it kind of like wasn't my thing. So,
You played Golds for a while, but they really weren't here.
Yeah.
Well, you like Alfred, that's why. You like how Alfred played.
Yeah, I forgot to mention too that some of the other guys couldn't be here for this. We had like 3 other people, but their schedules are so conflicting that it's really hard to come up with this thing. Corey and I are roommates, so naturally we were always here.
Yeah.
So, but just to say for them a little bit, like Joe likes Bermuda Triangle and Great Nature
and
Nubatama.
Josh likes
Great Nature and Aquaforce.
Yeah, and I forget what his last one is. I think it's it's Grand Blue now.
Grand Blues. He fell in love with pirates. So and Skylar likes. He had Genesis. He likes Novas, Beast Deities,
and Mega Colony.
And Mega Colony. So And then he likes OTT as well.
Oh, yeah.
I like that was the other one.
Yeah,
I forgot.
OTT.
Solus OTT. I love Solus OTT.
And Battle Sisters.
And Battle Sisters. So much fun.
I knew it was something. It was a draw clan.
Yeah, I was like, what the heck was that other clan that I liked? What will subscribers expect to see from our channel? Lots of stuff. I mean, you can watch some of our older videos. We just have to get things. We're getting things rolling again. So deck profiles, games. I don't know, product reviews.
Yeah, product reviews. Like we could do live feeds or like something similar. To
we were doing live feeds. We got to just find a time that everyone's able to do those again.
Which is hard.
And then obviously we'll get contests rolling again once we finally get everything restructured.
We have to rebuild our collection again.
Yeah, that's the big thing right there.
Luckily, Scott was nice enough to provide a decent collection.
Yeah, he kind of gave us a good amount of stuff to start with, so that was good. So just stuff like that. I mean, we don't typically go to just like most channels do. We're like, I know I'm not saying Domino's is. I love Domino Paris's channel obviously because he goes into everything, just like we went into everything right from the get-go. Our goal was to bring every aspect of the game to the players.
No matter how small the clan is.
Yeah, no matter how small the clan was. Like, you know, just because a clan's not getting support or not doing well doesn't mean that we're not going to cover it. And we really try to take in what our subscribers have to say. So if like you inbox us and are like, hey, you know, I'm having trouble with this deck, and let's say it's Neonectar or something, like some of the smaller clans. So let's say you have trouble with that, and you're like, oh, can you do a video about that? Of course we're going to try to take the time. Like, we have to fit it into our schedule of videos, though. So don't be upset if it doesn't get put up right away. It just means that, you know, we just had a really tight schedule that month, and by the time we got around to doing the video, it might not have been worth it really to put the video out there because it might not, you know, it might have gotten more support or, you know, things might have changed. So it's really hard to...
Yeah, we try to get that Sephiroth video out.
Yeah, I remember it took us forever to get a hold of that for Sephiroth.
Yeah.
I don't know why that thing was so hard to get a hold of.
That card was not cool.
No, it wasn't.
Instead of for us.
But, anyway, on to the main reason. Now we've gotten through all that. The main reason for the video is we're going to do a meta discussion, and we're going to try to get through it as quick as possible without, like, making this video 20 minutes long.
Yeah.
So, the question would be, like, we're supposed to talk about the meta decks and what the rogue decks of the meta would be. Because it's really hard to call it a meta in this game, but then again, it also kind of is like one, so I can't really put a...
Yeah, it's... Like, there are some clans that just have such unique, like Kagro's Destruction, Link Jokers, just...
We're gonna jump the gun a little bit on this one, and we're gonna go into what's gonna be coming out in like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So because it's
actually next week now.
Well, technically next week, yeah, because the sneak peek for instance is this weekend.
Yep.
So technically the meta is going to be current. It's just we're gonna be adding in stuff that everyone's hyping up.
People are gonna be playing this because they've been waiting for it for a very long time.
So the number one deck of the format that we're gonna put out there, and it's just because. Like, it doesn't matter, us as Americans, like, a lot of people are just like, oh, we're not going to be like Japan and their meta, and, you know, it's not going to be the same.
Kind of slowly are.
Yeah, Dote was everywhere. You can't even say it wasn't. Yeah. So, we're putting Novell as the number one deck of the format.
Because he is a dick.
He is a dick. Yeah, so, and the deck is extremely consistent with Conroe. It's too consistent.
Well, and with the grade 1, because that grade 1 is just...
Well, Conroe, too, makes it even...
Yeah.
That's
well, because Conroe can grab him, send back Novell, grab any grade 3 from your deck and add it to your hand, just by calling it the rear guard. Nothing like or Vanguard. So and then adding Gojo and that the Luckbird clones they call it in set 14 is going to make that even more consistent. And
with the emergence of Novell, it kind of like shifts everything out of balance.
Yeah.
Like before Novell, it was Revengers.
Yeah.
Like right now, it's Team League. It's really hard to determine what a meta is with Team League because you're kind of relying on your other two teammates in order to, get your points.
Going to tournaments, we can tell what it's.
Yeah. So if you're gonna go by a single person playing a single deck, that's what we're basing our opinions off of. So we're gonna ignore Team League because it's just really not a good way to judge what a meta is. And was saying that Novell does throw everything out of whack.
Like his defender's another thing to add to their slot. Which people in Texas next week are going to be good. They're already complaining about that. They are not happy. Well, some are happy, but some are like, this is unfair. Because they're going to be rushing to pick all that stuff up.
But when I say it throws everything out of whack, there's just a lot of decks that are going to get nailed to the wall with Kagero making a huge dominating reappearance.
Starters that stay out there like Riot Horn and the Pale Moon one does too.
Yeah. So right now a lot of people are going to be using, from what I've seen,
is the Grade 3 Searchers.
The Grade 3 Searchers, or something you can get rid of immediately and gain advantage off of.
Gatling Call also will retire and also
adds the soul.
Which feeds their...
Same with Kimnara and anything like that. They just... Anything that's going to be sitting out there and feeding their soul is going to hurt.
Yeah.
So, so without having to say much more about Novell, the deck's just good. It
shuts off your triggers on...
He shuts off your triggers, and
you can't guard
with Dauntless, you can stand back up. So he provides a lot of late game pressure that's just disgusting. Needless to say, I'm not going to say it's not beatable, but it's definitely in the derpy category.
If you can't finish it off quickly enough, it will slow you down. Because it's pretty much, if you're at 5 damage, you need break rise. If you don't have 2/2 null guards, you're going to be in for some pain if it doesn't kill you. Because there is no 6 heal or triggers to help.
Pretty much, if he hits you to 6, if you get hit to 6 that turn, it's an end game. There's no miracle heal out of it. He dominates the fact that if I get you to 6, you're done.
Yeah, he takes away the luck factor of your opponent, which is pretty neat in a way.
That's pretty cool. I mean, I always hate playing against someone and they hit the miracle heal. It just kind of sucks, but it's whatever. Moving into second slot. What would we put in the second slot? Do you think? I mean, I know we discussed this, but
I think one of the main factors of why Raging Horn was winning so much is because of the team. I think Link Joker has a better match against
I think so too, because at our cash tournament that we went to the other week, just completely smashed through.
Because if you can keep them triangle locked, they can't sack Raging Form.
I played what, 3 Raging Form decks that day, and I lost to 1 because that guy was just happy with the triggers.
Yeah, I played that guy too. He was very sassy.
He was happy with those triggers.
Well, and sacking Raging Form, but beyond that.
But no, the other 2 Raging Form decks that I played, I did beat.
Yeah, well, heck, you decked one out.
I decked him out. 2 games in a row.
Yeah, he's unhappy camper.
So, and for those people that think single games aren't a good way to do that, that was a match format type of tournament too. So,
I don't mind him as much anymore. I kind of had a thing against him, but it does eliminate that. Like if you get gray locked to 1 game, which happened to me at round 0 of the team tournament, and it killed me. So it does suck not being able to kind of redeem yourself. Like it doesn't say you can't get gray locked again.
Let's not elaborate on that. It's not meta talk here. So on meta talk, why did we put Chaos Breaker second? I mean, I know it does stand on par with Novell.
Yeah. The fact that it slows down your opponent, like they're playing games with you and other tournaments, like that blocking both of those front rows is annoying and it slows you down so much, and you build up so much hand advantage with Palladium relocking them and being able, and that ruling being able to soul blast and you being able to draw off of that, and the fact that it counters reverse deck because you can relock them or blow them up. It counters. It's a control deck if you were to bring in a Magic term.
I'm actually considering switching to the Grade 3 Searcher for them, and when you get the Novell stuff, test that probably. Yeah. So
it's just so controlling.
It is. If you get to the Break Ride, that's a free lock too. And then, you can use Chaos Breaker to lock the other one, and then you can use Palladium just to maintain it. And the longer you maintain that lock, the more pressure it applies, because it starts to become really hard to come back from that, because your hand just gets massive.
Well, like, until Chaos Breaker came out, I never thought about decking out until he came out, because I never decked out as many times except against that deck. And it's amazing that deck just slows you down so much that, like, well, I can't attack, I can't use some effects. It's just annoying, and that's how it wins. It just slowly beats you down.
Exactly. So a lot of that deck also comes down to your tech choices in there. There's a lot of tech choices that make a lot of difference in that deck.
That clan got a lot of support within 2 sets. It's getting even more in 15.
So moving on to our third choice would be Raging Form. And that goes without saying pretty much.
It's just fast and it beats you down.
Fast, herp derp, top deck Raging Form, GG.
And you can spam Blaster Dart.
Pretty much.
Yeah,
that's what it comes down to. And then, you know, the big field filling abilities with Tar-2 and everything.
Yeah, Mordred Phantom. Like,
free pluses.
I dread that Mordred Phantom into Tar-2, and then, like, does he have a Raging Form? Well, he probably does, or he top decks it, and you're like...
The deck generates a lot of free pluses due to the Doran Blaster Dart combo, because you can go...
You don't have to use Blaster Dart. You can just
you don't even have to use the skill. You just go, okay, I called Doran, use the starter, bring out Blaster Dart. Oh, look, I got a free 16k row. And I got the unflip, so it's just free.
Yeah, intercept it off.
And you're thinning the deck, which means you have a better chance of hitting Raging Form and triggers. So.
Which happens.
Yeah, it's pretty much what it comes down to. Thin your deck out to nothing, so you top deck Raging Forms and hit triggers. Yeah. So that's pretty much what it comes down to. And those are the 3 meta decks that we really came up with, because we couldn't really think of anything else that really is going to hammer home. Yeah,
because all the other decks kind of have a natural weakness to them.
So we're going to quickly go through the rogue decks of the format that we think, and that was, we had, you bring up the list here.
Well, number 1 was Galaxy Blaukuger.
Yeah, that's going to be, we were unsure if we wanted to put that as meta or rogue, because we really don't know how it's going to...
Because it did really well in Japan. It topped a lot.
It applies a lot of pressure.
Because like every rear guard that has a Blau in its name can stand up Galaxy Blaukuger, which is... Like, if you keep your opponent at 4 damage just by hitting their rear guards and then finish them off with that, it's just... And then you got in Mon Blaukuger, which full field stands, everything. So you just attack with you break right, attack both of their rear guards, attack with Galaxy Blau. They're gonna block it, and you stand up both rear guards, and then
you swing again, and if any of them hit, then you stand the Vanguard again and rinse and repeat the cycle.
If not, they're pissing away 40k guard already from those rear guard attacks. Well, if they don't block the rear guards. But
so that's why it's hard to tell with that, but we have him listed as a rogue deck right now. We also have Beast Deities, which goes without saying, just Ethics Buster Extreme, and even Reverse at some points is
a lot of pressure.
It's a lot of pressure. That just the whole combo is ridiculous. We have Celestials, who... I know we mentioned we weren't really going to talk about team tournaments, but the recent one, there was, 2 of them?
Yeah, 2 of them that made top. Yeah, top 2.
The deck generates a lot of advantage, and it always has. Like,
and those rear guards, my God.
Using your damage zone as like a toolbox is amazing. So I can't really say.
Those big beefy rear guards, they get strong.
Oh yeah, they can blow up their field
those things hurt.
They do. They hurt.
Yeah, so, I only played against them once before the reverse came out, and if I didn't have all that guard, I would have lost. 30k rear guard.
We have Solus OTT. That's just ironically, it's kind of funny. It's still lingering around. Yeah. And with the release of the new Battle Sister support, the Battle Sister Soulless deck got so much better. Monica adds so much consistency. Like, Cookie was good, but Monica does it 10 times better.
Especially if you can stall out enough, you can stack your... Because I did Monica 3 times one game, I stacked up. It's
still a neg-1, but instead of paying 2 counter blasts to do the effect, to draw 2 and discard 1, you get to Persona Blast, Counter Blast, look at the top 5 cards, pick any 2 from among them, and stack them on the bottom.
Oh yeah, and it's an active ability, so you can grab Monica from it, use it again, stack your soul again. I did that once. I hit my stack and double crit my opponent 3 turns in one in like 3
Giving
turns
Coco the ability to stack their deck is just so good. So we have the last 2 we have we have a Mon Reverse, which is very easy to explain. It's just Amon's pressure is just devastating.
Because if you get down to 3 and you're at limit break and getting 6 in soul is not hard at all. You just try to make them piss away as much guard as possible because they're at 3. If you hit a crit, you win.
Yep.
And it's just...
So there's that, and then we have, it's more of a, oh, we forgot about Leopard Verse, I didn't write that down. So Great Nature, obviously, they have a lot of like big beefy columns, multiple attacks, and then massive draw power. So that, you know, that's enough to really survive the format right now.
Yeah, 28k rearguard row plus drawing like 2 or 3 cards.
Also, it is a good hard counter against Novell because half of their stuff, like, if they have a Stamp Yacht or something, you can't get rid of that.
Yeah, the nice you start playing that again because of that.
Yeah. So, like, a lot of their stuff is a good hard counter to Kagero in general. Yeah. And the last we have is more of an honorable mention, which is Aquaforce. Yeah. Which kind of, the reason it's more of an honorable mention right now is because I don't want to diss it, because it's really good, but Kagero and Link Joker annihilate that deck. Yeah. Just annihilate it completely. Yeah. And you can't really, so.
Well, I did think of one. I don't know how much it might be, but the Descendant still is a pretty good deck.
It's viable.
Yeah.
I don't think it's really gonna show anymore because Kagero kind of takes over that.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was kind of like a cycle. It went from Dote into Eradicators, and now it's back to Kageros with Novell. Yeah. So I don't really think if they have the option to do that because you got Revengers. And then, you know, you've got, like I said, Galaxy Blaukruger. So good. Anyway, guys, we don't want to stall too much longer on this video, so we're going to end it there. Yep. So hopefully that was a decent meta talk for you guys, and you guys have a good idea of what to expect in the next coming weeks. And hopefully you guys like what you saw here, because this is the kind of stuff we talk about and do all the time. So hopefully you guys subscribe to our channel and enjoy the content that we put out. And once again, we want to thank Domino for giving us the opportunity to put this video on his channel. Yeah. So,
you know, depending on when the video comes out, we will be at the Ohio Regional.
Yeah, we will be at the Columbus, Ohio Team Regional, so you can look for us there too. But until next time, guys, it's Travis and
Corey.
And we'll see you guys on the next video and hopefully on our channel.